What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. You know, I hope you guys have had a great week last week, and I hope you guys enjoy your Father's Day weekend with your father, or remembering your father, or just saying a little message to your father if he's no longer with us. You guys know that we did not record a second video last week. We had the regular video, and I put up a post video, which I will be doing every week. Last week was I just had a terrible last weekend. And like my wisdom teeth, like they never really were a problem, but I had a real bad problem last week, and I was like, oh, I have to go to the dentist to get this tooth pulled out. So I go to the dentist, and they just was like, you know, doing my blood pressure and everything, and the lady looked at me like, oh my God, like are you really okay? And I'm just like, I feel fine. It's just my mouth fucking hurts. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, no, your blood pressure is just way too high. You know, the way they were talking to me, because she did my other arm, she did both arms. She just like, it's way too high.
See, I never had my wisdom teeth pulled because they came
straight in. No problem.
With no problem. I mean, the pain, but I was able to pop some ibuprofen. But I didn't know that they do your blood pressure when they're getting ready to pull your wisdom tooth.
Yeah, I guess I've never had it done.
Yeah,
they've never done that to me before at the dentist. But I guess if they had to do surgery, they wanted to make sure everything was okay. And the way she looked at me and she talked to me about my blood pressure and everything, and I just was like, you know, I felt fine, and I'm thinking like the only thing why I might be up is because my tooth was in pain. And I mean, I was so upset I didn't want nobody to talk to me. Mm-hmm. My mom told me, can you make me something? I made her something and said, here, don't ask me for nothing, like I'm just in pain. Because I thought it would be something that I could just pop a pill and I'd be okay. And nope, so I had to go to the dentist. I went there, and then when they were talking to me, they was like, you're going to have to go to your doctor and see what's going on. But the way they were talking to me, I was like, I need to go to the ER because they are scaring the hell out of me like something is really wrong. So I go there, and, you know, and then I go to the doctor on Monday, and then, you know, they gave me some blood pressure medications, but it's just like, I just never thought, I mean, I've been told I had high blood pressure, but I never thought it was like a problem, but then like a real bad problem that I had. Mm-hmm. But then you hear, you know, people like John Singleton, and just strokes like kill black men and everything, and I'm like, well, I am getting up there in age, and it was just like I have to do something. So, you know, I'm taking my medication and everything, and I need to start going to the doctor more regularly than when I do. And I normally only go like when I'm in pain, but we should go regularly so they can catch whatever's going on. But it has been like a lesson to me because I'm so busy worrying about other people and making sure someone else's life is okay that I'm not even making sure my own life is okay. Mm-hmm. And I have to remember that taking care of myself is more important. I have to take care of me first before I can take care of anybody else. Mm-hmm. And even though you taking care of yourself may seem selfish to people, it's not selfish at all. It's never selfish to take time out for yourself and to make sure that you are right. And yes, I have a lot of stress. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I didn't know that my blood pressure was that fucking high. Mm-hmm. And that bad to where, you know, they were like, are you dizzy? Is your eye okay? Like, they were like asking all those, like, am I on the verge of a stroke? And they were like, 2 dentists told me they can't do it because my blood pressure was too high. Mm. So it was just like, you know, they're like, because if we put you in surgery and something happened,
you have a stroke.
Yeah, like, So I'm just like, she's like, when you get yourself together, then you come back. So I'm working on that, and then I gotta lose more weight.
You have to exercise more.
Yes, and I mean, you know, I exercise, then I stop. I exercise, lose it, gain it back. I just have to like really. It's really a lifestyle change. It really, really is. It's not something you can just say, oh, I lost a couple pounds, and no, you have to maintain it and keep going if you can. And it reminds me when that doctor was like, do you think you could get to 160? And I'm just like, hell no. I don't want to be 160. I haven't been 160 since my teenage years. So it's just like, I just have to get it together.
Well, listen, it's so easy to gain it.
Yes.
But it's so hard to lose it.
Yes.
Because I've lost 5 pounds, and I weighed myself again last night at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't weighed myself in about maybe 3 weeks. And I'm still at that 5 pound mark. And I'm like, like for 3 weeks now, I've just been at this same 5 pound mark. Like, what the hell?
Yes.
But thank God I haven't gone back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
that's a good thing.
It's like, I'm like, come on, I need to hurry up and lose 5 more pounds.
I just have to get it together. And once I get on it, like, my mind, like, it is so much going on now. Like, it's just trying to get, it's just hard to even get everything together. It's even hard with, like, getting the show together. Like, some days I don't even want to do this show. I'm just like, I don't even want to do this shit. Like, it's just a whole lot. And I'm trying to just get this shit together. And I'm going to try to get this together. I have to really work on myself, and I have to work on others. It's tough, but we're gonna get it done.
Right.
We're gonna get it done. But I just wanted to open up this video, talking about that. That's what's been going on with me. Kevin has to get his shit together. Point blank, period. And I'm going to do that. And by me doing so, I hope that maybe you guys might get yourselves checked out too and see what's going on with yourselves. It's never selfish to take care of yourself and put yourself up before other people. Even though it's hard as hell, your health comes first. So, again, to everyone watching, I didn't say it, but please click the like button, share this video, send it on Facebook, Twitter, anywhere. Text message if you're on your phone. Tell them to get into this video. We got a lot of topics to get to. A lot of things have happened since we weren't here. If you're watching us for the first time, please subscribe. Or if you have been watching us and have not subscribed, please subscribe. And please forgive me if I sound funny. So last weekend, O.J. Simpson decides he wants to join Twitter. He joins Twitter. It's just like, I know this ain't really O.J. It really was O.J. And then, I thought it was the real O.J., but then it was a fake account using O.J. Simpson's Twitter because they took the L and used the I in the real O.J. 32. So he was like, I killed her. And I'm like, oh my God, this can't be O.J. And I mean, he was sending out all these mean tweets. And then I heard that the real O.J. sent a message to that guy, cursing him out. But I haven't seen any proof of the DM. But O.J. Simpson's on Twitter. He posted a video. He said he want to talk about sports and politics and other things that's going on. Then he gets on Twitter, makes a video talking about Kris Jenner. He makes a video talking about Chloe. He's just saying that he has never been romantic or had a sexual relationship with
Kris Jenner. There's been a rumor for years that he was her father.
Yes.
Chloe's father.
And I mean, he basically refuted those claims.
I never thought that though. I never thought that.
Yeah. And Chloe's not brown enough, so.
Yeah, I just never thought that.
So yeah, he's on Twitter, and he's gained over 750,000 followers as of like an hour ago on Twitter. He's on there. I don't know what else he's going to address, but it's weird that he waits to the same week, the 25th anniversary death of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brownman. What's her name? Nicole Brown Simpson. It's 25 years to the week, and then you decide to join Twitter. So I'm sure he has his reasons for doing what he's doing. And
the Bronco chase happened.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson's Bronco chase is synonymous in my family's life because it happened either the same day or the same week.
Sunday they were chasing him, I think.
Sunday, June what?
It had to be a couple days afterwards.
Hold on.
All right, June 17th.
Hold on.
Because I remember we talked this. I was in the 4th grade when this happened, and I remember us talking about what happened. I don't know why the teacher, Miss Anderson, decided she wanted to talk to us about it, but it was really a hot topic until the end of that trial.
June 17th,
Mm-hmm.
which was a Sunday, you said?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, you can ask.
No, no, it's right here, June 17th. But it's synonymous with my family because that was the same week that my grandmother died.
Oh, wow.
So, because my grandmother died June 14th, 1994, and that happened June 17th, 1994. So, all the way up until the incident that happened, it was just like the big news story on TV, and it was just so crazy. So, I will always remember that incident. But I think, didn't they get killed on June 14th?
I'm not sure. I thought it was like June 12th. I'm not sure. Let me see.
Well, it all happened around the same time.
What day? When was Nicole Brown Simpson killed?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. June 12th, 2 days before my grandmother died.
Mm-hmm.
So all of it was on the news that whole week.
I remember that.
So that's why I always think of my grandmother when I think of the Bronco, or I see it, or even the O.J. Simpson case, because that happened the same week my grandmother died. Like all of that was the same week of her death.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the big news story on TV at that time.
And everybody was talking.
And everybody was talking about it. It was like if we weren't talking about, they weren't talking about my grandmother dying that few days, it was OJ. Everybody was talking about OJ. Like, what the fuck is going on? It was crazy.
Yes, it was. And we were trying to find out.
And we're that old.
Yes.
To remember that.
And in class, we were, the teacher was asking us, like, what do you think happened? How did someone get stabbed 25 times? Do you think that this person did it by themselves? I don't know if she was trying to get our reaction to talk to other people about and use our theories, but I remember that being a question in class about what happened. I mean, that's a lot.
You know what's so funny? I remember, now this doesn't have anything to do with that, but I remember 2 years prior to that, in 1992, I was going to Dunbar, right there on, what's that, 12th and Cicely more. And
is that still there? Okay.
It's temple all built around it.
It's like everything all around it.
But it's still, I was going there, and I remember at that time, they had a makeshift election. Because remember, at that time, it was Bill Clinton and George Bush. And I remember they had all the students, to vote. And I just remember that I was so excited because the person I voted for, Bill Clinton, was actually the one who actually won. And I was just like, oh, wow. So that was my first time actually really voting. But it was so decent. And that's one of my earliest memories that they did that for us at that school. I'll never forget that. And I was just like, wow, voting does work. Even though my vote really didn't count at that time.
Sure.
We didn't know that. We didn't fucking know that. But, yeah.
So OJ's on Twitter. He'll be tweeting people. I don't really think he's following anybody. But speaking of Twitter, Bill Cosby's team decided to tweet.
Okay. Oh my God. From one to another.
Yes. They decided to tweet for Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby. And Bill Cosby, first of all, they messed up the tweet because they copied the tweet, pasted, then copied and pasted and added this video we just watched about our history and stuff like that. But, a lot of people took offense to him calling himself America's favorite dad. Now, let's make no mistake. Bill Cosby is not America's favorite dad. Heathcliff Huxtable is. I'm trying to get my speech together. Heathcliff Huxtable is. And, anytime the Cosby Show comes on, I sit there and I watch it. And I can really separate Bill Cosby from Heathcliff. I don't think of them as the same people. Yeah, at all. Now, if this was, we talking about R. Kelly, then, I'd be like, oh my God, turn this off, or I'm not dancing, I'm not listening to that. It's just weird that I can watch one and can't listen to the other. But, we were just watching this report from TMZ that Bill Cosby is like doing sermons or lessons in prison once a week, and he has over 100 prisoners come and they listen to him speak. I have no problem with that. It's just that Bill Cosby was just out here doing things to people, drugging women. But, I've never listened to a message that was like bad from Bill Cosby. Because like he was saying, like, when you walk around, wear your pants up and wear a belt. A lot of that stuff was true. But
it
Bill
is true.
Yeah, and it's true. And for Bill Cosby though now it's just like you out here telling people how to live right and everything, and you are not leading by example because you're drugging women and you're raping them and you're paying them off to shut up. Like this is like like everybody has like a little dark thing to them, and this is one of the dark things about Bill Cosby, and you cannot be celebrated because you did those things. You did so much and you have tarnished your whole legacy.
Now let me just say this. While I understand people saying that Bill Cosby can't be the poster child of all things good, but at the same time, him telling people to pull their pants up and him drugging women are two totally different things.
They are.
I agree with Bill Cosby whether he drugged people or not. Pull your pants up.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not meant to sag.
Yeah.
Everybody shouldn't be sagging. It's not good. Even if you look nice sagging, you still shouldn't be sagging. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I saw somebody earlier today, and I mean, his shape was so fucking disgusting that I was like, ew. And he's sagging, and I'm like, ew. He has a, oh my God, I can't even describe in this room what his shape looked like, but it was disgusting.
Is it worse than the lady that walked by with the stroke?
It was no. It was similar. The only difference is she's a little bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's shaped just like her. Yep. It was so disgusting, and I'm like, oh my God, like, and you got the nerves to be sagging your pants.
Yeah. I don't think it matters anymore that they say when your pants hang down, that means you're available. You know?
No, it doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter anymore. No. But these guys don't care if that's what that meant or not anyway. They still won't say it. Especially now with these ethical draws, because they want everybody to see their draws.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of
crazy?
draws you got on.
I'm so used to wearing a belt that if I don't wear a belt, my pants fall, I feel uncomfortable because I gotta keep pulling it up.
Right.
It's not cute to be pulling your pants up or your ass halfway hanging down. It's not. And you know, I don't even want to say nothing else, but just pull your damn pants up. But you know, it's also like I look at it kind of like, and I really don't want to do this, but it's kind of like how, let's say like a pastor, he preaches every Sunday, gives you the good word, but he's doing something that he should not be doing. Like, do you still want to go to this church and listen? Or
you know why? Because again, people have to stop holding pastors on a pedestal. Pastors are humans just like us. They're human just like us. If we stop holding preachers to this, oh well, you too good to do anything wrong, and so therefore I can't be around you. No, I want to sit under somebody who admits that they do wrong. So that, because it makes them just as much as human. And I can go to you and explain something to you, and you will actually understand what I'm talking about, because then you can turn around and say, Mikhail, you know what, I had a similar situation, or I'm going through a similar situation. And that makes it even more human. And I think that's why I have such a good relationship with my pastor too, because he tells us all the time, listen, I am not perfect. And we know he's not perfect. But just because he's not perfect doesn't mean he's not trying. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby did a horrible thing. He did a horrible, horrible thing. But it doesn't mean that he's not trying to right his wrongs. And I don't think because he's in jail and he's in jail for this horrible thing that he can't be a mentor to the people that are in jail. He can definitely be a mentor to those people. You know, it's you know, because they're all, first of all, they're all not in jail for the same thing. Bill Cosby's not in jail for murdering somebody. You know what I mean? So he can talk to somebody. You know, it's just, yeah. I just don't think that we should hold people to a certain, what's the name? And I think that's another reason why people don't go to church. A lot of people don't go because they feel like, again, they feel like when they walk into church, and I said this before, they feel like when they walk into church, everybody in there is supposed to be perfect. No, we're not perfect in there. We all have issues. Every last one of us in there have issues. We are all going through something. This person's going through something. That person's going through something. The person that's up in the pulpit delivering a sermon, he or she is going through something. None of us are in there perfect. But a lot of people tend to think that, oh, when I walk into a church, wow, because, you know, these people are going to be looking at me and judging me. What? This person's going through twice as you probably could help them because of the shit that they, you know what I mean? But people don't think that way. And I wish people did think that way, because then you would have more people out there helping one another. You would have more people out there ministering to one another, and some people probably won't even realize they're ministering to people. But people don't allow. So a lot of people are afraid to allow God to use them. And if people would just let off that take off that layer of, oh, I don't know if I can do it because of X, Y, and Z, then more people would be able to receive. But it's like, sometimes a lot of people think that, oh, I have to go speak to a preacher. And one thing my pastor says that I love, and it makes perfect sense. He says, you know, he doesn't like when he goes to visit people who are sick in the hospital, and when he gets there, the family says, oh, we was waiting for you to do the prayer. And he says, why do you wait for the preacher to pray? Yeah. Somebody in this room should already know how to pray. So by the time I get there, that room should be filled with, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, and that's perfect sense. Why do I have to wait for Kevin to make it all the way to Temple Hospital to pray for me? If you don't not open up your mouth and pray, then something's wrong. Yeah. You understand that? Yeah. So why do I have to wait for the preacher to come down to the hospital to pray? You mean to me, you don't know how to pray?
Sometimes
that's why I tell people, some people don't even know how to pray for themselves, but they always talk about, oh, pray for me. No, stop asking people to pray for you and learn how to pray for yourself first. Yeah. Yeah. I'm done. Because now I'm going to I'm done.
Yeah, because I could think of a lot of things, like even in here. Why you don't wait for me?
Right. Yeah. Now you see what I'm saying. It's just the same thing. Why are we waiting for Kevin to come? Or why are we waiting for Kevin to do this when we should already know how to do it? And that's the same. And when my pastor said it, the first time I heard him say that, I said, oh my God, that is so true, because I have been in situations where people say, oh, we got to wait for so-and-so to come and pray. Why? Yeah. So-and-so ain't getting here for another 2 hours.
I don't know how to do this. Well, but you work with me, you can learn how to do this. Like,
if you had a relationship with God, you would know how to pray. But you don't have a relationship with him, so you don't know how to pray. You don't talk to him, so you don't know how to pray. That's why you gotta wait for your grandmom to come. I'm sitting in the hospital almost about to die. You supposed to wait for the pastor to come and pray. If you don't start, ain't no prayer warriors in this room. Get out, everybody get out. Get out. Cause y'all gonna pray me to hell. Lord have mercy.
So, former singer, Cassie, I don't think she's still singing anymore.
Child, singing what? Singing what? I wouldn't pay her to sing the ABCs. Okay.
Cassie is pregnant. I mean, she got a couple of songs.
Yeah, a couple from over 10 years.
I only like Me and You and that song she got with Nicki Minaj called The Boys.
Me and You's the only song with hers I know.
Huh?
That's the only song with hers I know.
And that's me too. But she is pregnant with her first child, and you know, earlier this year she separated from Diddy. So this is, you know, like practically her first relationship in a long time, and she got pregnant that fast. Mm-hmm. You know, it makes me wonder, like, you know, what took Diddy so long? You know, but I'm happy for her.
Well, it makes me wonder if she was pregnant before with Diddy, but just decided not to have a baby. Oh my God! Yeah, because it could have been because they were together for a long time.
10 years.
Yes, and I'm sure in that 10 years she had some up in her. But a lot of people probably assume, oh no, she wouldn't have because he's so rich. But when you're in that relationship, you ain't thinking about the money. You're thinking about the relationship. And is this somebody that I want to actually grow kids with? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Diddy seems like an excellent father. He seems like an excellent father. And I have not heard his kids say not one bad thing about him. That's one man, the celebrity, that you just see that relationship with his kids. However, he clearly is not an excellent boyfriend.
Yeah. Because he probably gets cold feet when it comes to marriage and stuff like that. And we seen him posting them pictures of Kim Porter.
Yeah. It was like after she died, it was like, oh, I should have, and I should have, and it was like,
and then the same thing happened to Cassie. I should have, and that's why he posted that picture congratulating her. But it's like, Diddy, nobody needs your congratulations. Nobody. She's grown. Right. You're grown. It didn't work.
Let it go.
You know, I'm sure he'll always take care of her, whether she stay with this man or her fiance or not. And she's fiance. That's her fiance, by the way.
Yeah, so she's actually married. Yeah, she said, listen, I waited and I waited and I waited, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Right.
So.
I heard he was the fitness trainer that worked with Diddy.
Oh yeah,
that's how they got.
Oh yeah,
that's how they met.
They're probably fucking for a long time.
Yeah. So, child.
So it's not like it's really somebody that she just met. Yeah. She knows him well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's fucking.
And I'm sure Diddy was doing his thing.
I'm fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I am.
Shut up, McCall.
Did you realize that?
You said you busting something on.
No, I said I'm fucking 150 sure.
Oh yeah, sure you're right.
Sure. I think I lost 5 pounds.
Boy. Oh my God. Speaking of you,
What I did?
this weekend has been a mess with him. One of my friends. But you know what though? That was nothing like good block drama. You always just be like sitting outside and, you know, paying attention to other people and they just have this big loud argument. But this time I was there and I was in it and they tried to add me in it.
Well, not me.
Yeah.
They did, not me. You know when people try to, you know when people, and
Ooh, and there was lies coming up.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Big
ooh,
lies.
Yes.
Big lies.
And they said they had the receipts.
and didn't have nothing.
Well, they had one receipt.
Yeah, but
I
they said that they had multiple
yes, receipts.
and never produced nothing.
And I was over it. Because I'm like, I really don't want to see.
And in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, Kevin sees it this single line. So I can't even, I'm not even going to get. But you know what? It was fun.
Yes.
It was fun.
Yes.
It was fun. It was fun. But
No, but
you know what made it juicier?
What?
Is if they actually had receipts.
Yes.
That would have been more juicier.
Yeah.
But because I knew that a lot of things that were being said was not true, it was just like, you're not even. And then what they showed you was fired like from a year or two ago. I was like, oh my God.
I didn't know it was that recent, but I'm just like, okay. Because I already knew. But it was just like, all right. But when? That's what I was.
But that, and then when they. That never happened. So I'm like, wait, that never happened. So why do you keep saying that? Oh, yes, it did, because I got it all in. And I'm like, well, I kept saying, show me. Show me.
I'm like, show me. I don't really, I mean, show me though.
You know, some
Came
people
all the
just
way in my house to show me this picture. I said,
some people just like to talk. And Shakina tells me all the time, you like to talk because you got a mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that one the other day, talk because you got a mouth. I said, oh my God. This doesn't make sense.
But that was some fun.
So what's the name? What's the name? He said, yeah, now you don't swear. Because he said,
yeah,
I said, yeah, because
he's lying. Cause I'm thinking, Mikkel, like, first of all,
Kevin, first of all, you know.
yes, anything that's been texted
yes,
me is still in my phone. I don't care if it was 2012. It's still in my phone. And every time iPhone comes up with an upgrade, the memory keeps going up, so all the text messages keep getting backed up. Okay, I can write a book on my phone.
That's why I understand that one down the street.
Yeah,
okay. He said they
He's a baby, he don't really...
Yeah, he don't know.
He don't really know.
But before you came there, I said, well, I know you got something. He said,
Oh yeah, I know you do. Are you kidding me? Because back in the day, I had to buy other stuff. But now y'all got phones, and they are so...
Yeah.
What you call it? Technified up? Bitch.
Yeah, but that one the other day, I was just like, so you... I said, I can't even get upset. Like, this is just... And then you were liquored up. So it was like, I can't even really have a real argument with you because you're so liquored up that it's like, I'm not even...
But that's when you normally tell the truth.
Yeah, but...
Clearly.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean,
And then turned around and tried to...
I wish y'all were here. This is like, that was some good block drama. Okay. But yeah, I told you I was going to bring it up.
And then tried to bother.
Yeah. He told me.
I'm like, what?
Love you. And Mikkel, nothing but love.
Right.
With a kiss.
That was not a kiss. Don't play with it. Cause it's like like it's nothing to say. Like, you made a fool of yourself.
Yes.
It was like a lie. It's like, how do you even? I'm learning now that when people do stuff like that, you just have to. And you know what's making me even more mad? That was Bob. Cause he said, Richard was standing there. He asked Richard. He said, "Yeah, cause you sitting here trying to talk to me, trying to talk all calm, like I'm a child." I said, "Because you're making a fool of yourself." No, I'm not. I said, I said, you see, my voice has not changed. I don't care, because you bet. I said, but you're making a fool of yourself.
Took Mikkel hair and everything.
That was the part that's when you're embarrassed. Took my hat and then went in the house and was wearing it. So when I finally went over there, was sitting there dancing wearing it, I said, all right, it's time. Like, are you done? No, because I'm just saying you. I'm like, Lord.
A mess. So, you know, Empire Star Brasherie.
These Empire Stars need to stay out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Because nothing good comes.
If they can't get one, they will
get together. Okay. And why is his hair like that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's for a role. I didn't even know if he dressed like, looked like that on Empire because I haven't watched him so long. But listen, he got arrested. It's not, you know, it's really not that deep to me. But I mean, you know, riding around with registration issues, you know, and tags that don't match, that's not good. But I would rather him get in trouble for that than what happened with him and, not him, but Justice Smollett. And all of the drama that surrounded that. So I'm not even going to make a big thing out of this, but I hope that Brasherie gets it together. Right. Because when you leave the city, you still represent us. Right. So, you know, don't be out there acting stupid. Get it together. And
I just feel like this is not newsworthy though.
Yeah.
Like that he was what they say his
he was driving with no license,
no insurance.
The tag didn't match the car. It was
first of all, we don't talk about, not us, but nobody really talks about him
as a bad person.
Not even as a bad person, but nobody talks about him, period. And I don't mean that to be shady. Yeah, I don't mean that to be shady. But he's not somebody that you think of in a newsworthy type of whistling. You know what I mean? He seems like yeah, but this one everywhere. But that just goes to show you, it's something as stupid as that. Like, I've had those things, well, not my license and not insurance because I got both. but I've had my registration expire and I forget to, you know what I mean?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, remember that?
Yes.
Woo! That guy had money in the bank because I was able to get back at that. I didn't pay all that fucking money.
You sure it wasn't that lady that was out there the other day that got me?
No, that wasn't her. No, it was an older lady. It was an older one. No, it wasn't her. Yeah, but it's like, I can't imagine TMZ reporting that. Like, okay, my registration expired, okay?
Yeah, I mean, but it was, you know, he'll be alright.
And then got a mug shot and all that. Like, this is not. And then he looks a mess.
Well, most people do look a mess when they're not.
I mean, don't get me wrong, his face is nice because he's not a bad looking guy, but his hair looks a mess.
He'll get it together.
When did he grow his hair like that?
I don't know. I stopped watching Empire. I don't know.
Is he like that on the show?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of Empire,
he looks sad and scared.
I would be too, bitch. Dealing with these cops, I don't want to deal with them. And we heard this story because we done, bro. Here, get this shit together. I feel so. My mouth feels so funny. Arizona police, child, they done ran up on a family, and in Phoenix, over a fucking dollar store Barbie. And mind you, the dollar store wasn't the one that told the police about what happened. It was somebody.
Yeah.
Newsy ass Nancy.
We already know Newsy Nancy.
Then called
the police.
Yeah.
So we already know that what race they were.
Yeah, and they ran up on them, guns drawn, loud, get out the car, the lady over her baby, and she's pregnant. You know, she's like, I can't get out the car, I'm holding my baby, put your fucking hands up. I'll bust a cap in you. I mean,
that's what they said?
Yes, the video is horrible.
Oh my God.
2 different people were recording in this complex from different angles. And this happened in May, but the video is just now coming out. Let's happen like Memorial Day weekend.
So let me ask you this. What has the Arizona police said about this?
Oh, everybody is so sorry that this happened.
Everybody's sorry.
Yeah, the 2 guys, they are off the streets, but you know.
Yeah, they're still on payroll.
Yeah, you know how they go.
Oh, please.
The mayor, I am so sorry, I'm embarrassed. The police chief, she's sorry.
Yeah.
They're like, no, bitch, we want $10 million. And Jay-Z's like, no, bitch, we're going to give y'all legal help.
That's right.
The mother.
And you're going to get the best legal help because Jay-Z's involved.
Yes, the mother and the father and the mother, they was on
Good Morning America.
Don Lemon last night. Oh my God, like I can't sleep. All I keep thinking about is these guys.
And you know what?
I'm petrified.
And you know what?
Let
me tell you something. Keep that act going.
Yes.
Because you'll get your money.
I said yes.
That's right. Somebody's teaching them smart.
Yes.
People go, how dare you?
Yes, the lawyer was there. She's like, I can't talk about this. But the father's like, my children have a nightmare. If I say,
That's right.
yeah, they're gonna get more than $2 million.
Yeah. They better get something now.
Yeah,
They
they want them fired. Fire ain't enough.
But you know what? Fire? It's not going to happen. They're not going to get fired for doing that. They're not going to get fired for doing that. What's going to happen is they're going to get paid, and then they're going to send them on their way. Yeah. But them 2 cops are definitely not going to get fired. They're definitely not.
It's this horrible that if first of all, we're talking about a fucking dollar store.
Doll baby.
How much are you getting? Yeah, doll baby. How much are you like? What
did they say?
All the animosity?
Did they even? Well, did they even know that the little girl walked out with the doll, or did they?
I heard that somebody else that was with them helped the little girl, but still, it was a fucking Barbie.
Right.
And not only that, they were beating up the man, like he had they handcuffed him real tight, was kicking his leg while he was in the car, holding his head into the pot.
The lady who called on them said more than just a doll baby.
Yeah.
She had to. For them to do all that, she had to have said more.
But it still was not warranted to talk to those people like that and not find out what's going on.
Never.
You know, it's just it's horrible when you see it and you say, why all of this in 2019? Why do you got your guns at them? Because you're threatening to shoot.
You know why all of this in 2019? Because right here in Philadelphia, we have over 300 police officers right now being investigated for racial.
50 of them have been let go.
Good. They all need to be let go.
Yeah.
For racially motivated comments on social media,
and all
text
that shit.
messages, all this stuff, and they're under investigation. But let me tell you something. Not one of those police officers should be still working. Mm-hmm. Every last one of them should be fired because they said that some of them have had complaints from people about them in the past for using racial, and nothing. Now all of a sudden it's being investigated, and so y'all fired 50. No, you need to fire all of them. See, I can't go to work and call somebody X, Y, and Z and expect to have my job the next day. I can't do that. But these people, they go and then they get so confused. See, that's why all these cops is doing these block parties and trying to talk to people because y'all feel stupid. But then they get so confused when urban communities don't want to be bothered with them. Yeah. Oh, why didn't you guys want to talk to us?
Yeah, but I do encourage the police officers to get in tune with the neighborhood. You got bad apples everywhere, but I know every police officer is not a bad person.
No, they're not.
But the thing is though, you got the cops that walk your neighborhood. They put the new officers out there. But the thing is, they don't know how to speak and they don't know how to communicate when they see us.
No, they don't. That's why they need to hire more
black people,
police officers of color, and they need to have more African American police officers, Latino police officers in urban communities.
But they gotta want to apply for the job too.
Yeah, that's true. But see, the police department needs to have a better type of stigma around them because right now it's horrible. But you placing all these white young cops in these urban neighborhoods that ain't never stepped foot in North Philly, never stepped foot in Southwest, never stepped foot in West Philly because half of them is from the suburbs, so they don't know nothing about urban areas and they come in here. So it's like, come on, like how are y'all? It doesn't even make sense. Yeah. You don't even see that many black cops, right? Then when you do come across the black cop, some of them act just as worse as the white ones, if not worse.
Yeah. But see, the cop that was outside the other day, I liked her because she was, even though she had a little motive, she still
motive was Amber. Yeah. She was trying to get to Amber.
But she communicated.
She did.
She talked.
Yes, she
did.
I mean, she was listen, and she was straight to the point. Listen, I'm from the hood. Okay, so you know what I mean? And I liked her style. Yeah. It was real and it was authentic. It wasn't fake. Yeah. But see, the other ones, it's not authentic because again, they are not from areas like this.
They just want to do their job
and go home. Like she was saying to us the other day, the black cop. She was saying, "Listen, I'm from the hood. Like I grew up in, like you know what I mean? Like, but see, the other ones they don't know how to do that. Yeah. They don't know how to get out the car and communicate with you. She got out the car, communicated. Then she talked to us, and then went around the corner talking. She was just walking all up and down. I said, "Well, when is she leaving?" Because she's talking to everybody. She's just talking to everybody. She's just walking from house to, hey, what's going on? And then but at the same time, that's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she was making it comfortable for people to talk to her. Yep. And then she got back in the car and drove off. It was like, all right, bye. See you later, bye. I guess Amber didn't get that number, so she said, all right. I said, Amber, are you stupid? She wants you. Yeah. Clear. I wouldn't do it. She was all Amber did.
Yeah, at first I couldn't, but then yeah.
Then after a while, I was like,
yeah, I knew.
Oh, so now I know why you really want to hear. And Amber's just so stippy. Fuck God.
So this Sunday is the 19th annual.
I told Amber you're gonna be broke for a long time because you don't know how to jump on stuff when it comes, okay? Because if she was after me, I'd have jumped in that car park. Where we going? Tell, I ain't telling nothing. Didn't she told us how much she make a year?
Yes, she
yes. So I said Amber,
well, yeah, but I'm like, she must have been on there a long time because they don't start out with that.
She was lying on that part.
Yeah.
But she was only lying to Amber. She wasn't lying to me. She probably looked at Amber and said, yeah, she don't lie. She don't lie.
So the BET Awards, the 19th annual BET Awards is this Sunday. There's really no hype for it. You know, McKellen and I were just talking about this the other day, like, they're not really pumping it up, and we was telling y'all, no billboard advertisements, none of that stuff. But this Sunday, is it this? Yes, this Sunday, I really didn't, like, I don't really care about who's nominated for what. Back in the day, I used to get mad on who's nominated in what categories. Mm-hmm. I let that go, because you don't even really remember who wins from the previous year. So, this year, what I do know is that Mary J. Blige will be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. Tyler Perry will win the Icon Award. Wait a minute, give me a second, and Nipsey Hussle will be receiving the Humanitarian Award. You know, it's funny, like, because I never heard a thing about Nipsey until his death. Yeah. And
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's dope that they're honoring him, but I mean, for what we have learned, he's been doing this for a while. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like
keep that up.
They could have done this before.
Yeah.
But they wait until you die to do stuff like that. That's why.
That is stupid altogether. Like, what? Why would you? I'm glad that's from you. She's stupid. But I don't even like people that think like that. I don't. Like, that's a horrible metaphor.
But a lot of them think like that. A lot of them think like that.
Oh my God. I don't even. Yeah, so the BET Awards this Sunday, 8 p.m. BET, y'all know the channel. Y'all know the red carpet is 6 o'clock. I don't know what BET got to do, but I know next year is the 20th annual BET Awards. Y'all got to go all out. I mean, y'all got to promote this shit like this the last fucking BET Awards. Y'all need to get all the black stars there. If y'all never honored Cicely Tyson, y'all need to give her motherfucking flowers because she is 90-something years old. And we need to give 92, 93. They ain't never give her no award. She needs an award. You want to talk about a lifetime achievement? Let's give her flowers.
Yeah, she's.
Let's get all the big black entertainers in that room.
She'll be 95 in December.
Yeah. Like,
they said
there's no tomorrow.
5 more movies coming out.
She do?
Yeah.
She better work. And she's on Broadway. I don't know if she got 5, but she be on Broadway. And I'm like, she's 95, and she's
never alive. Where we going?
Bitch, please.
She's playing old Diana.
Old, bitch. Old. I'll never forget her at Aretha's funeral.
She's playing Jane
reading that script.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had her. It took a lot of time.
Imagine what she's going to say at the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Next year when she gets her award, give it to her, BET. She deserves it.
She could get the, because they give them to the actors too.
Yeah. I mean, she's a lifetime.
Because a lifetime, usually they give it to the musicians.
You know how many people?
But she could be the first one that they give to a movie star.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, because they usually lifetime achievement is usually
for
for
people that
musicians.
yeah. But this the BET was nobody's gonna care.
And nobody really watches anyway, so just
well, they can give her an icon award. She is an icon.
Yeah. Or you can give her a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah,
Just have singers up there singing to her. It doesn't matter.
Or portraying one of her roles. You know.
Who do you think would play Jane Pittman?
Bitch, Viola Davis, because she could do the makeup and come out there. What? Miss Jane Pittman, I know everybody had to watch that in school.
Okay.
But that movie was good. That movie was good. I really like Mama Floyd's Family. I know you said you ain't like that movie, but I love that movie. Anytime it's on, anytime that movie is coming, I watch that. Like, that was my fucking
Jane fucking Pittman.
Yes.
If you don't know Cicely Tyson for playing Jane Pittman, that was the first time we saw her old. We saw her the age that she is now.
Yes. Yes. How about that?
How about that? And she's still
But
here.
I always thought she always looked, you know.
Yeah, a little
she
rough.
always-
She always like she came from South Florida. No, North Philly, right around the corner, 22nd North.
Yes. That's where the grandma used to be.
Cicely Tyson?
You could always see, yeah. And
Cicely Tyson's grandma was from 22nd North. Oh.
I thought her people was from like the islands or something.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But you know, they live long down there.
Yes.
They
Yes,
do.
they do. Yeah. It's the health, they say it's about their health.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But we got to get together in America, and I got to get together because I don't want y'all to hear nothing bad about me. I'm too young to be going anywhere, anytime soon. You know, but I'm gonna get my shit together. Yeah. So your BET Awards this Sunday. Don't miss it. Don't call me Auntie. Now, you know, a couple weeks ago I saw, you know, Ava DuVernay talking about this. And I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't. She don't like being called Auntie. She thinks it's an old, you know, you gotta be old, much older. She rather be called Queen or Hey Ava and, you know, all of that stuff.
Mm.
And then, you know, Oprah let it be known, I don't like to be called Auntie Oprah. I'd rather just be Oprah. Now I understand if I'm in Africa, they can call me Auntie because that's how they talk to the women over there. That's how they treat their elders over there. And then Gayle King was like, bitch, don't nobody call me Auntie.
Gail, nobody's calling you
Except
anything.
If you ain't my niece and nephew.
Yes.
You
And
only
first of
call
all,
me
you know what, Gail?
And they don't call me Auntie, they call me Aunt.
You know what, Gail? You know what? First of all, if you take that old wig off,
Because oh my God,
then nobody will call you Aunt. I like Gail.
Yeah.
But don't get too
That
high
R.
up on that
Kelly
horse,
interview
okay?
just to
Yeah,
give her a
that
new
did
check.
something to her.
Bitch, a new
Yeah,
bag.
don't, yeah, but it didn't get her a new hair. Don't get too high up on that horse, Gail, so you don't want nobody calling you Auntie.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I've never thought of calling you
Auntie,
Auntie.
yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay? Oprah, people have been calling her old Auntie O for years, okay? Now all of a sudden it's a problem for her. Okay, Oprah, whatever. Okay, you got it. Ava, you never have to worry about me calling you Auntie.
Yeah.
because I'm
She's
never
not
thought
that
she-
much older
Yeah,
than
and
that.
I've never, well, she's
About
much
50.
older. She's
Close
about
to 50.
Who's close to
Ava.
50? Oh, I was gonna say lies. I ain't nobody's close to nobody's 50. I'm not even close to 40.
How old is Ava DuVernay?
Okay?
Who was Edward Renee?
Just Google it.
Yeah, I'm trying to not type and go ahead.
Well, I'll type it for you.
she
You
gotta
wanna do
be,
it.
she gotta be pushing 50. Go ahead.
Ava DuVernay.
Yeah.
72.
Bitch,
Yeah.
you try. How old is she?
46. She'll be
Yeah.
47 and yeah, so you
Yeah,
were
she's
right.
not that much older than
So you're, well, she's not that much older than you.
Oh, sure.
But I am not calling her aunt anything, okay? Because I tell people all the time, and like I told you that day, I got enough aunts.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't need to call her aunt
Yeah.
anything. Oprah, I've never called you auntie Oprah.
Yeah, but see, the
people
only
call her
person
that
I
for
remember
years.
them really calling Auntie
Was
is
Oprah.
Maxine Water.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even call her that.
Yeah, because now she's just been getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
love her though.
But you know what? She was getting on my nerves before and after, and well, before, during, and after that whole what's that? So she's, you know, I reclaimed my time. She was getting on my nerves before that. But people was calling Oprah auntie before Maxine Waters. That is very true. But I just feel like now Oprah, all of a sudden, because you work on Ava DuVernay, and she got a problem, and all of a sudden you got a problem. And then here, Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Gail came.
Yeah.
Don't call me. First of all, Gail, nobody was thinking about you. Okay? I mean, not even, I don't even watch CBS in the morning. I don't even turn to CBS unless the Kennedy Center Honors is on.
Yeah. The last time I watched CBS was when R. Kelly was on there. That's the last, and then I watched the documentary that nighttime.
Yes.
I don't watch Gail in the morning.
Gail, nobody watches her in the morning.
Yeah.
Nobody. She don't call me. Who's calling her that? I don't even know nobody on Instagram to follow her.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes. And Tiffany Haddish, don't call her auntie. Tiffany Haddish has canceled her show at the Fox Theater for June 22nd in Atlanta because she says that she doesn't feel comfortable performing there, knowing that Georgia is about to ban abortion. So she's going political with this.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking it might have been low ticket sales, and she's using this as an excuse.
It could be.
But
Because the Fox Theater is a big theater.
4,000 seats, you know. But
And let's be clear. Tiffany Haddish her movies have been doing good. However, her stand up
it's not.
is not the best. And in recent months and even in this past year, you haven't heard too many people say positive things about her stand up shows.
Correct.
So you could be right. It could be low ticket sales.
I'm thinking it's low ticket sales, but she's
Yeah.
using that as excuse. But I mean, it's still a good way to bring attention to this because, not even just Tiffany Haddish. There's been a lot of Hollywood movie studios, including Disney and Netflix, thinking about what are they going to do about this this ban. And what this ban is the heartbeat ban, meaning that women or doctors who can feel a heartbeat from a woman's ultrasound, you cannot have an abortion. I hope that I said it right. If I said it wrong,
Yeah,
I
if a
apologize.
heartbeat shows up, because that's how a lot of conservatives view it. If there is a heartbeat, then that means there is life. So therefore, many conservatives, many Catholics, many people who don't believe in abortion feel as though that is life. So therefore, that's basically murder. Whereas though you have some people who feel like life begins when the baby is born.
Yeah.
But then you got some people who say no, life begins when it's a tricky thing because when you think about it, if you kill somebody that is pregnant, that's a double murder because it's a murder of the woman and it's a murder of the baby.
Yep.
So it's just crazy. Me personally, I feel as though now I am one person that I would never encourage somebody to just go get an abortion. However, that's your body. So if you feel as though abortion is the best option for you, then you do what is the best option for you. But if you come to me and say, what do you think I should do? I would always encourage you to have a baby. First and foremost, find somebody in your family, an aunt, a grandmother, somebody that will be able, that you know and trust, that will be able to take care of your baby.
Yep.
If you can't find somebody, then go and put the baby up for an adoption. But I wouldn't just come out and say, have an abortion.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But again, then you go right ahead.
I feel like the doctor's not telling you this is what you should do. If it's rape or something like that, yes, I believe
Right.
you got it. I feel like that's the only option.
Right. No, you're right.
But I do encourage women to have the baby or give it up for adoption. And by the time you probably think you're going to have an adoption, you decide you want to keep the baby anyway.
Right.
And there's a lot of government programs that can help you with this baby and things like that. It's just, it's rare that I hear about anybody telling me that they're having an abortion or anything like that. But I just feel like everyone deserves a chance at life, and it makes me think of this wrestler in particular. His mother was the victim of a sexual assault by like a neighborhood person.
So is he the
he's a product of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's glad that his mother decided to have him, and he is encouraging so many children around the world. And it's just, I'm just always so happy to see him out there because he always has his children with him, and he loves being a black father, and he loves being a mentor to so many children around the United States. So you just never know, but I just don't agree with the incest stuff. I just can't roll with that.
Yeah.
But everyone has their choice, and you do what you have to do. But I just don't think the government should be telling women what to do with their bodies, and they're not telling men what to do once they're making so many kids and they're not taking care of them.
Okay?
How about that? That's on child
How about
support
that?
and got all these kids on child support.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all should.
How about that
tell
man?
them-
How about that man who has over 100 and something kids out there?
Yes.
That's sperm
Do the sperm
donor.
bank.
Now,
Yes.
how is he allowed to do that? Come on now, Kevin. That is ridiculous.
I don't know.
When I saw that on the news, I said, "Wait a minute. This man has over 100 kids out here from donating sperm. That should be illegal. Can you imagine if these kids were to meet up in life and get together because they don't know that they're siblings? They don't know that they have the
that's
same father.
horrible.
That's disgusting.
Thank God for ancestry. Ancestry DNA.
Well, what if you done already married him and you go in there and you realize your husband is really your brother?
Yes.
That is disgusting.
And it's happened before.
They should really see.
You gotta be careful.
Sperm. See, you know those sperm banks. It's a tricky thing because I understand why some people go because of the fact that whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
But then at the same time, it's like you're donating your sperm, and then nobody. What about in the future when these kids are grown and then they just happen to cross paths? Just like because we can't say it never happens. Remember that time when we went to LA and we ran across that girl that was on the bus with all the way in New York a few years earlier? Like that was like, who would have ever thought that would happen? Yeah. So and for this guy to be walking around with over 100 kids, that is disgusting. And the fact that these sperm banks are allowing him, can you imagine how much money he's made doing that?
Yeah,
How much money do you think they get?
I don't know, but I'm about to
No,
start thinking about
don't.
it.
Please, don't.
I'm about to start shit. Maybe
But then we got too many of y'all in here. We don't need no more.
maybe I can have a baby that way.
A baby dad.
That way.
Oh!
My
My
but
God.
can you imagine if men could get pregnant by men? You want to talk about paternity court, bitch?
Can you imagine who'd be pregnant by now?
No. Oh, bitch.
Not me. Don't you try it.
Oh. Oh, you too, bitch?
Don't you try it.
How many kids in the girl? Too many. Too fucking.
Don't you try it.
How many times would he be in that clinic? I don't know.
Don't you try it. Okay? Lies.
So, I'm trying to get through all these topics. We almost finished.
Lies.
Harvard University, is it Harvard University?
Mm-hmm.
Harvard University has rescinded their, their acceptance letter to a Parkland survivor who they found that he was making racist texts with his friends. They became aware about it and they rescinded his acceptance to the university, and he went on Twitter complaining about it. And of course, he's a conservative. He's pro-gun. So a lot of white people thought that they were doing it because they were, being anti-gun. I mean, anti-Fox News, anti-Republican, and all of that stuff. And that had nothing to do with them rescinding his acceptance into the university.
Right.
And it has opened the door to a lot of criticism. And I mean, you can see you can just see, I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think of it. But you can see the hypocrisy from a lot of people online. And, he was 16 years old, but being 16 years old was only 2 years ago. Trying to say that y'all were trying to see how mean y'all could be. So you think the meanest way is calling black people nigger jobs?
And not only that, you know better at 16. You're in high school. Yeah. You know better.
Talking about I'm a changed person. It's only been 2 years.
It's only been 2 years. You're not that much changed. Okay.
And you've seen a lot.
Yes. Go Harvard.
Yes.
But then he's trying to use the whole thing of, but see, this is the hypocrisy. So now you're trying to use the fact that, well, how can they rescind me for the comments that I made, but in the past they've had slave owners and races a part of their school in the past, and that may be true. But then, why would you want to go to a school that is associated with those people? So there's the hypocrisy.
Yeah, but I'm sure that there's racists everywhere.
Yeah, okay, and that's been in every school.
Yeah.
But because you knowingly know this, and you're trying to use that as an argument, that you're being the hypocrite. Yeah. Because then my next question would be, well, if you know that this school has had that history with racism, then why would you want to be a part of the school like that?
Yeah. It's just, I don't feel bad for him.
Me neither.
It's going to follow him. It's going to follow him for a while. But maybe there will be a college that say, you know what, you were young, we will accept you,
or maybe Fox News might groom you into being a contributor and you make your money that way. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, learn from this. And I hope that other people learn from this. But they won't. Because when Halloween comes around, they'll still dress in blackface. You know, they'll do their thing. They'll do what they always do. Or they'll make Snapchats thinking it's funny, put racist things up, and then someone snaps and put it out, and I'm sorry. Or they'll do a racist prom proposal by picking cotton or picking cotton on all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, we see it every day, and we don't even get upset about it no more.
We don't.
And then you got the president, who is the lead racist in this country. It's like, what else can you do? I don't know. But you reap what you sow.
Yes, you do.
Bam. So you're done. Pose. Pose, y'all know that's my show. I will be reviewing it. It will be up tomorrow. Pose has already been renewed for season 3, and it's gotten higher ratings than the season premiere from last year, series premiere from last year. Almost 2 million people have watched it. It's been trending. It's doing a great job, and I remember when they was thinking about canceling this show. Everyone has got on board. And right now they're in 1990, and it's like they've been talking about AIDS. They've already tackled HIV. Now they're tackling AIDS and other companies and stuff like that. It's really, really good, and I need you guys to get on board. If you have not gotten on board, you can watch Pose season 1 on Netflix, and you can catch up with season 2 on fxnow.com, or you can check the DVR. So congratulations to
Pose.
Yeah, the trans women of Pose. Like, they are really doing the damn thing, and they have been winning awards. Like, this is the largest show on television with the largest cast of trans women on the show.
Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the show.
Yes.
I have to finish season 1.
Yes.
You know, I get slow, and I try to watch. It's not that I'm not interested in a lot of shows, it's that I try to watch them when I'm at work, because I work overnight. So I try to catch up on things when I'm at work, because when I'm at home during the day, I'm asleep. Yeah. So, yes.
But the from the previews they showed, it's looking really good. I can't wait.
You like the season so far?
Yes. Yes. It was good. And I learned, and it was more like a history lesson. Because I didn't know, I never heard about Hart's Island. I never knew about they having a disco in Chicago, and they blew up all the disco records.
Shout out to The View. The View yesterday profiled, and I had read her story a few years ago. But shout out to The View, because all this month they're doing Pride. You know, they're doing, and they profiled the first trans celebrity from the 50s, a man who was in the Army, and then he transitioned. And I mean, the fact that this was back in the 50s when this was early, but he looked awesome.
Yes.
I'm sorry, she looked awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. And became one of the biggest top stories in 1950. I mean, it was.
This conversation feels so familiar, because I think I was talking about,
What's her name?
it was this history, always this repeats. I was talking to the lady in the dentist's office. That's what we were just talking about. We went from talking about gay rights to abortions. It was just so much stuff. And I'm just like, isn't it funny? Like, they say history repeats itself, but it really is repeating itself.
Christine Jurgensen.
Yeah.
This is her. And she, what's her name? It was awesome. It was like, her story is awesome too. She's an awesome story. An awesome story. So if you guys are not familiar with her story, make sure y'all look her up. It was back in the 50s, at a time when a lot of people were losing their jobs for even admitting that they were gay. So she has an awesome story. She died maybe like 30 years ago. She died in the 80s. So she lived quite a long time. She was in her 60s, I think, when she died. But she lived a while. She lived a good while. So this is her when she was older. Like, she looked really, really good.
Yeah. I don't know what doctor she went to.
I don't know, but she was really good. Seriously.
Yes, she does.
Really good. I was like, wow.
So, Missy Elliott last week was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and she is the first hip-hop female artist to be inducted.
I wanted to, you know, take some time to acknowledge that and to give her a shout out and also say, Missy, where is the music? I'm just so happy for her though, because she's been in this game over 20 years and she's being recognized by the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And I believe Justin Timberlake also went in there. Dallas Austin went in, and some other people. So congratulations to them all. Oh no, I think Timberlake got an award with her, an honorary doctorate degree. Missy got that earlier this year, like maybe a month ago. But I'm just excited for her. Queen Latifah was there, Lizzo was there. It was somebody else, and I'm mad I can't remember. But congratulations to Missy Elliott. And again, where is the music? Maybe she can open the BET Awards and surprise us or something.
Maybe she will.
Maybe she will. I will be excited. You know
she
me.
will.
I'll lose my fucking mind. But go off. Congratulations, Missy. And we got through these topics real good. Gloria Vanderbilt, the mother of Anderson Cooper, passed away at the age of 95. Now, I've heard that she was an heiress to
Oh my God. Awesome.
the fortune
Vanderbilt.
yeah,
First of all,
yeah.
awesome
Yes.
documentary that her and Anderson Cooper did about 3 years
Yes.
ago. Nothing Left Unsaid is the name of the documentary. Yes, Nothing Left Unsaid is the name of the documentary. And for those of you that don't know, her son is Anderson Cooper from CNN. She had a very, 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 very crazy childhood. Born into wealth, but there was this big scandal in the 1930s when she was a little girl where her mother and I think her father, they were fighting for custody of her, something like that. And she went to go live with her aunt or something like that. But it's an awesome story. I mean, she went through a lot in her childhood. But then a lot of our parents, it's so crazy because my first time ever finding out who she was maybe when I was working at Hub. And my coworker, if you remember, she was an older woman. And they had said something about her, I think on maybe the radio or something. Or something may have popped up on the computer. And I said, oh, I didn't know who she was. And my coworker said, yeah, she's that guy's mom from CNN. And she said, but she was big back in the day with her jeans. And I said, her jeans? She said, yeah, she had came out with these jeans back in like the 60s and 70s. And she said, Mikhail, they were so popular, every woman had a pair or wanted a pair of her jeans. I was like, wow. So then I Googled her and I started looking her up and I was like, wait, she not only was born into wealth, but then she went and made her own fucking money.
Yeah.
And just kept, but very sad because she had Anderson Cooper and his brother who committed suicide about 30 years ago.
Yep.
With her in their apartment in New York, he jumped off the balcony. Really sad, really, what's the name? But like I said, Nothing Left Unsaid is the name of the documentary that her and Anderson Cooper did about 3 years ago. She was like 92 when they did it. And she just talked about, she was a painter too. She just talked about her history and her life with her son, and it was like he was interviewing her, and he was learning some things that he had never known. But it was so awesome, and I just remember watching it, and I was like, this is really, really good. And then it had you start thinking like, wow, like every child should do this with their parents, because it's like he was learning a lot of things that he did not necessarily know about her past, and it was just so good. It was so good. But she lived a long life.
Yeah,
a long life. A long life. And they said that she died from stomach cancer, which I didn't. But you know, this cancer is just, it's a mess.
And
he don't know which camera to look at.
yeah,
He don't. He don't. They looking that way. He's looking our way.
and they've been playing the video of Anderson Cooper. You might can go to his Twitter. Basically, him announcing the death of his mother and the things that she's been through throughout years. This 7 minutes, you got to, and he was trying his best not to cry.
Because it was just him and her left.
Yeah.
Because his father died. Like I said, his brother died 30 years ago. So
I think she had 4 children, or they're all dead.
yeah, but as far as
She's been married about 4 times.
Yeah, but the last marriage was to Anderson's father,
yeah.
and it was the 2 sons. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me, but I just know of him. But I just know it was just
their family. Everybody is going to.
And then not only that, she didn't really have a good relationship with her family. Period. and I think she may have been the only child, or she may have had a sister that died years ago. But she didn't really have a good relationship with her family, so it really was just her, her husband, and her kids, and then her and Anderson. Because now it was just her and him, so it was like, you don't, you know, for him to lose his mom and it was just the two of them, that gotta be tough hard for him.
Yeah, and he recently just got out of a relationship, so I'm sure, you know,
Got out of one?
he got out of a relationship. But you know,
Ooh.
I don't know this man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
How do you know that? Because I didn't know
Because
that.
he announced it. That he,
On TV that he was in a relationship?
No, but you know how people ask questions and
Oh, I didn't
he
know.
confirmed that they were no longer in a relationship. It's kind of like how we don't know.
Because he's
who
always
Don
walking
Lemon
around
is
with,
with. Yeah.
Don Lemon is engaged to a white man.
Yeah, I know.
They-
Duh. I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah. I'm
who didn't see that coming?
You know, we get on the black men that go with the white women, but a lot of the black successful gays are married to white women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. You better not get no.
Don't tell me. Because I'm still working. Never mind.
But yeah, what was I meant to say? Yeah, but you know,
I had enough
it
to-
probably ended because he's always running around with Andy.
Andy Coop. Yeah, Andy Cole. I'm sure
He a good
Anderson
girlfriend.
is the godfather.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I'm sure Andy's there for Anderson. He's going to be okay, but he's going to take some time for it. Yeah, but 95 though,
She lived a
you
long
should be
time.
expecting.
Yeah.
I'm not to sound insensitive,
Right.
but you should know.
But a lot of people don't, you know, like for instance, when my aunt died, my grandmother's last sister died 8 years ago. She was 84 when she died, but she was such a youthful 84, and even though she had had a stroke months prior to that, from my knowledge, or she was on her way to recovery because she had had her stroke in like December of 2010, and then she died in April of 2011. But she was, you know, on her way to, you know, she was back home, whatever. Her grandson had moved in with her to help her, but she she was doing better. But then she had had another stroke, and that second stroke is what killed her. But you don't expect, because I remember saying to myself, oh, well, you know, I know we're going to throw her a big 90th because we had threw her a big 75th. But you don't expect it, you know, you just don't, because they've been around for so long. She was the only one out of her 4 sisters, well, her 3 other sisters, who made it to 70. My grandmother died a month before she turned 70. And then,
That's Chase.
quit! Is your diaper soggy? His diaper soggy, Charles? Oh, I was going to pick you up, but you will not get picked up with no soggy diaper. What you doing? You be knocking on this door? Well, at least you got manners. You be knocking on the door? What you doing? What you doing? Give me that. You better not.
What's that?
I don't know. Don't touch it. Come on. Go get your pamper changed. Go ahead. Go get your diaper changed. Go ahead.
What you trying to get?
You trying to get that? Listen to that. You want me to pick him up? Go get your diaper changed. Dad called you. Bye bye. Say bye bye.
You gonna start running?
Yeah, so you don't expect it. Like, you just don't expect it. So, and then after 95 years, she's been around for so long for him, you probably feel like she's going to be fair forever.
Mm-hmm.
This lady, these two, y'all follow these two old, grandma and Inga?
I've heard
Yeah.
and the granddaughter be recording.
Record them. And as far as I know, I don't know any of them as dying, but as far as I know, this oldest one is 105. And she's still on Facebook going on. So you just waking up every day. This one lady told me, she said every time you wake up, you're like, wow, I'm here again. And she's 96. Every time I wake up, I say, wow, I'm here again. Because they be expecting to die at a certain age. Like, it's time to go. I'm tired. Oh, boy. I don't know, because we're so young, so I don't. But can you imagine getting to that point in life when you be like, oh God, come on, just hurry
I
up.
don't know. I don't want. Listen, I want to live to see a lot of things. So it just.
Somebody in their
I wanna
90s
be
have
for a
lived
long
to see a lot
time.
of things.
Yes.
So after a certain point, you be like, all right, it's time.
I want to be one of them old people that when they come around, I got a story for about everything. Because it'll make time go by for everybody. And I love when old people talk because all they got is stories.
All they got is stories.
And they.
You know the ones at my church got stories.
Yeah, especially if it's juicy.
Oh God. Oh my God. Mother Patterson in my church, and her stories be juicy. She was telling me this. But she won't tell me who it is. And I want her to tell me so bad. So here I go. One day she said, I said, they still be coming to. She said, oh, yeah, they was here today.
Oh my gosh. Yes, they know a lot.
And see, she's been at our church for 73 years.
Mm-hmm.
She's 85 now. So she's been there for a long time. So she knows everybody and everything. So I just be like, oh, wow. But yeah, old people got stories, especially old people who weren't just in the house. They were moving and grooving back in the day.
Yes. So those are all of our topics for tonight.
Oh, let me just say this real quick. For those of you, my church, we're going to New York City in December to go see the play Ain't Too Proud. It's about the life and the career of the Temptations. Broadway, it's on Broadway. So if you would like to go, the tickets are $165. Well, you have to live in Philly because you have to come on the bus. So you have to either live in Philly or live close to Philly to get to Philly so you can get on the bus with us. But the tickets are $165. And that includes your bus, your theater ticket, and dinner. We're going to dinner afterwards. Tickets are selling fast because I just told Kevin we only got 25 seats left on the bus because this is a very popular show and a lot of people want to see it. So if you want to go, please DM me ASAP so you can discuss on how you can send me your deposit so your name can be put on the list, because once these 25 seats go, that's a wrap.
That's right.
Okay, so hit me up. December 11th is the date of the trip.
That's the day before your birthday. What's
Yeah.
that, Saturday?
No, it's a Wednesday.
Oh, it's on a week. Wow.
Yep. Because on the weekend, Broadway's tickets are sky. When that lady was giving me the different prices of week tickets compared to the weekends, I said, don't even tell me no more weekends. Don't tell me no more weekends. And this is a new show too. The show just started last year.
Yeah, it was at the Tonys this year.
So I said, oh no, miss, don't tell me no more. Just stick to the week.
So we're gonna go. You guys have a great day. We will be back. Not unless I gotta go back, but we will be back with another video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a video for Pose. Make sure y'all check it out. If you are not getting our videos, please click on that bell notification to be informed whenever we upload a video. All right, you guys, we're out. Peace.
Ooh, let me get one of these.
Oh.